All right, folks, this is what you need to do to pass. You got to put the work in. The magic you are looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. If you can get a 85, 75, 85, I feel good in 20 questions. Okay. But you have to consistently be around 60 to 65. But if you can hit 85 once, I feel good. All right, so here we go. Recorded these videos so we could watch them at any time, and you guys can rewatch them. It is up to you if you want to pass this sucker. All right, so here we go. Got to put the work in now. And you can get to SOL pass or Jefferson Lab. I personally like Jefferson Lab. Um, SOL practice, pull up Algebra 1, 20 questions. Now, I tell my kids, literally, you can do calculator tricks. I have a little bit of knowledge. So some things we should be able to know. Domain X, right? So what is not an element of domain? So 4 is right here. That's a Y. That's a range. So that's not an element of domain. There it is. We can see 0 isn't all other X's. If you didn't get that, and they put that there. Nice. Okay. So correct. Keep moving. Now, typically, we're going to have calculator tricks. I'm going to guess. Now, I like to split screen it. I'm not doing a good job of it. Boom. All right. Now, if you watch my second video, I have A9, I have calculator tricks, and then this. Plug her in. Is that a square root or a cube root? We got to know the difference. I got to plug my computer in. All right, so let me get my plug. All right, so radicals. They can have two correct answers. So I'm going to check. It's not a perfect square. It's around 11 by 11, right? Would be 121. So if I had 1.31 times 1.31, that's what we have there. So just check it. And we say 16, okay, times the square root of 8. And no. So now I go over here, try 4. And yes. Okay, so they're checking that. All right, now with radicals, you have two correct answers. Look at the lowest radicand. So one of these could be right. So come down here, 64, square root of 2. Nope. Now try 8. Okay, perfect square. So the lowest radicand would be 2. If I hit that, it's the correct answer, but not the best answer. So I know what this stuff is. All right, polynomial. Okay, we're just gonna throw it in, check equivalency. So slap it on in there. It's pretty cool. And I try to tell the kids at the beginning of the year, I'm like, guys, anybody that worries about passing SOL, you've never met me. Okay. So calculator tricks, right? I teach algebraic, and if you need it, you can check it on the calculator. About 5 years ago, a kid goes, well, then why do we have to do algebraic? I say, you don't. It doesn't say you have to do it one way or the other. It doesn't want the answer. So you can get calculator tricks. Do you want to come back up here, Alex? Make another, come back up here. All right, Alex, will make another one. Come on. All right, you can come up if you want. All right, so now I'm going to check the answer choice. So 7x squared minus, my daughter's climbing my leg. Getting shy now. All right. And super kitty as it is. So you see, my face is in the way, but you see that's not the right answer. So I'm going to continue until it matches. Continue and do that. So try 2 here. No, let's try -8. No, so there's the answer. If I haven't typed anything right, it should be right. Look at that. With certainty. So I literally could graph this. The graph represents y equals 3. Let's look at the problem. So I know we go down 1. If you don't, guess what? You go, this problem needs to be peasy. Super kitties. Good. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. All right, baby. All right, so just type it in. I mean, every year I stand in front of my class and say, "This is the year that's gonna be 100% pass rate." They all say, "Yeah," and I get like 90%. Someone just doesn't think I'm telling the truth. So we see that's -1, right? I graph it. If I don't know how to do things, I graph it, right? Negative slope, positive slope, positive slope, positive slope, positive slope. That's +1. Okay, that's -1. That's -1. Okay, we already looked at the graph and we saw it was that one. So we can match these things, right? Look at that. Man, I'm on a roll. Calculator's on a roll. Again, we can plug in here. I can do the math, or the calculator can do the math. So check the C to X. Now I'm going to do that A or capital. I'm going to do capital here. Okay, because now it's going to add the slider. It's the difference between the middle school calculator and the graphing calculator in high school. All right, I got to square that guy. Boom goes the dynamite. And look at that. It says 25, right? 1. Now, we have to understand their testing that we understand is -1 too, right? We know, no, uh-oh. So -1, no. +1 gave me 25. Let's try -2. So now -2 is +1. 2, -4. All right. Plug them in. And there you go. There's 2 zeros. Typically, they ask for one of them. All right. So now, they're asking for, okay, which equation bet represents line? Well, I know -4. You didn't, you could graph it. It's right here, just knowing a little bit. Let's look at it and let's X some things out. Okay, -4. -4 can't do anything with the B. Now, positive slope. No, and no. So I know it's going to be one of the middle two. Tell the kids it's 33 cents or $3 more. So that's going to be a 33-cent hill. That's a $3 hill. So we're going up 1 over 3. That's going to be that guy. I could graph that if you don't know. Okay. Again, you've been learning this stuff since middle school. Now, this is a problem that you don't need to know. You could graph this and kind of figure it out. Okay. But you're not going to. So I guess C. That'd be, I think that's C there. No, all right, doesn't matter. All right, now pull back to one that's a calculator trick. They know what they're doing and watch. 346.0 times 10 to the -7. Now, love that because it gives it to you. Now we have the decimal and 3 zeros. Okay. We have a decimal in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So how many do we think, right? Now we can figure this all out. Okay. In scientific notation. Okay. This is not even a testing. This is a 09, so we could take this one off. But scientific notation is between 1 and 9. So the only one that can be is either G, right? And that would be this guy. Sorry, I'm tripping, guys. So 0.4346. Take that 0 out. All right. See, it gives you the same thing now, right? So we have to understand of what this means. So they're going to see if you understand or not. But luckily here, we're not counting zeros. You think it's a big number, a small number, right? Okay. This is going to be, you go to a small number, all those zeros to the right. This is going to go to the left, big number, boom goes down. All right, back on the roll here. Now, slope. Now, I have to solve that back in the day because the TI 83s cost $150. My parents were mad. And it wouldn't solve everything. You had to. So it's asking for slopes. I'm going to go up, how many? 3, up 3 and over 1. That would be 3. Okay, so I know this is y equals 3. All right, and it was what? Okay, so then it's gonna be 3x plus 3. Oops, see, I messed up. I'm gonna say up. Let's see. Up 3. Oh, okay, time out. Tripping here. All right. All right, there we go. So I'm actually not over that much, right? So knowing a little bit caught me here. And that's the thing. If I don't have all the knowledge, I might get in trouble. See, I almost messed up there. Oh, big time messing up. Okay. So double, triple check. Okay, negative. No. And now I'm just throwing stuff in here. Okay. Boom goes the dynamite. See, so talk my way out of it, but I can check on the calculator. Wink, wink, Alex. No, you don't want to look at it? Okay. All right. So here, solution set. Okay. It's asking for 0. Plug it in. Go ahead and what you doing? All right. So x squared. I'm not typing. X squared minus 3x minus 28. Okay. Don't have to do the 0 equals 0. Tell the kids it just kind of doesn't change the 0, the roots. So, all right. So we have -4. Yeah, remember that. And then other zeros that. So we have a 7 and a -4. There's your zeros. You gotta know this terminology. Okay. Right here, the equation with the line. Okay. So plug it in. Plug it in. At this point in the year, plug in. And if we want to do algebraic, knock yourself out. The highest ever for algebra 1 for me. Is 587. So if anybody wants one of my best, I've never had a perfect score. All right, so I can't talk because I just messed up. Sorry, do that in class all the time. All right, there. Now double check y equals. Don't even have to think we don't want to, as long as we don't make a mistake. We do. We just back it up. So that doesn't go through it. No. Okay. So let me go down and try. Let's see. We know it's not going to, right? But I can just check. So -5. Oh, just man, that's twice I just walk into it, right? We know it's not, and then look. So calculator is king. Not 12. I haven't missed many. Okay, remember, you can get 85 ones. You're locked and loaded. Domain, right, left, domain, X domain, Y range. So where is the domain? Does it ever stop going left? Never stop going right? All real numbers. They're just testing vocab. Boom goes the dynamite. All right. Keep going. All right. One factor. So if I would graph this quadratic, 5x squared um, plus 13x minus 6, I have my quadratic. We can work backwards. That's going to be x plus 3. Okay. And then I'm going to say, okay, that's 0.4. Now, I'll put a fraction, right? Watch what happens. Okay, so I know that's positive 0.4. So I'm going to say minus 0.4 is going to be 2/5. Okay. Now, 0.4, I'm going to swing that 5 over. And we don't have to do it if we kind of understand the algebra behind it. There is that. Now, they only asked for one of them, but there it is fully factored if you want it. So you can see the calculator's doing a lot. I got to interpret a lot. I have to look at a lot, but I haven't done much. I haven't written anything down. All right, computer chip, boom. I've been doing so well that I am fatigued and I just guess. I usually get a C right. All right. Here, domain. Domain are your x's. Okay. So -5, -2, 0, 3, 6. They want to confuse you with the verbiage. Domain, range. What comes first in the alphabet? X or Y, D or R. Input, output. This is X, Y, domain, range, input, output, independent variable, dependent variable, kind of the language. So -5, -2, 0, boom, boom goes diagram. Okay. Not hard if you listen. All right. Love inequalities because it does it for you. Alex is yelling at something. All right. +6. All right. We're staying up late because Sissy and Mom are at the play at Rappahannock. Willy Wonka. And Alex wants to hang out and be late and be hanging out watching Super Kitties. All right. So I got in there. Now interpret. All right. All numbers greater or equal to 4. And I can just see and be like, if I interpret the graphs greater than or equal to, because it's dotted line, 4, there you go. And right there, I could have typed them in there and matched those, or I can interpret it. Okay. And make sure there's one time that they're going to try and move you around if they have this, right? And I have the X on the other side. It confuses you. What's bigger? X is bigger than 4 here, so X has to stay bigger, right? That right there confuses kids. It shouldn't, but it does. Now, type it in. It can be checked on the calculator 75% of the time. The percentage that they need right is a 44. All right, take a look. Coming down the stretch, probably could guess on all 3 of these and still get pretty good. Okay, so we're looking at relationships, Algebra 1, Math 8, pre-algebra, functions, equations, and inequalities are the biggest things. So here we're looking at our Y values, and we're going 1, 2. So we're looking at this pattern, right? Okay. So we have things, I'm just guessing. I don't want to think. That's what tell the kids, well, okay, but they're not going to think. Again, we need a 44. All right. So we have to know integer operations here. Okay. So I'm going to plug this plus this plus this in my calculator. I see X. I'm going to replace it with A. So I'm going to say 2A is that left side right there. Let's say plus X plus 8. That's that side. I'm going to say plus 5A. Oops. See? I'm talking too. Because it won't read it. I need the calculator to say, hey, add something for that so I can compute it for you. 5A plus 1. Okay. Now, this point, okay, there's only 1, so I make it the prime number and we're good to go. I continue and I check my answer choices. I'm going to continue with A to check equivalencies. All right. Now, no, this 25 is not 73. Okay. There's one. No, all right. Double check that you don't type anything in wrong. So now I'm going to take this off. Okay. I'm going to make that 7. All right. No, but I bet. Yup. There you go. Boom goes dynamite. Not tough. Okay. I think we have 1 or 2 more problems left. Guessing I'm going to be around that 80, 85. Okay. Plug these points in and graph the lines. Parents, if you're watching this, the calculator does everything. Now, I have said this for the longest time this year, and the kids don't listen. They hear what they want to hear, they do not listen. So hopefully we hear 44%. 44% is what these kids need. Now, I believe it's going to go higher next year. So get this off. Let me get that so I can get my screen here. All right, it's going to put me over here. All right, so now got to put my points in first. I can't talk and do stuff. So, all right, so, all right. Hopefully you've seen the calculator does pretty much everything. We still have to interpret stuff. Okay, that's why we need to practice it. So I tell the kids for last week, till the SOL is kill and drill. Okay, and then I'm there helping if they need it. Okay, so I got my points. So when I zoom out, okay, it went through there. There's your answer. Okay, I see that 30 okay, is not, right? It's the 10. So it answered the question. You can disprove everything else. I know that there can't be two right answers there. It's not the question type. Transitive property, no one in my class is going to think about it. They're going to do the C, and I was wrong. Now, this is what they do. Take 20 questions. Then people are like, well, can I do 10? Yes, but I'm not as certain with that. My method, 20 questions, practice, 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 and do that. Okay, I understand, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to email me, and it'll tell you, boom, 80. I guessed on 3 or 4 problems. I have knowledge that some will not memorize. Function language, y equals mx plus b. So this is my method with a 44% to show mastery. We need 75% is done in the calculator. So you can max out about a 450, but you got to be perfect in the calculator. I just was. Just like that, we'd be good to go. Okay. The more practice, the more proficient with competence and speed. You saw what I just did. Okay. They have to do that. The test, Algebra 1, is May the 2nd. You put the work in, you'll pass the math SOL. I don't believe anybody's going to fail for the year. So every one of the math students in Algebra 1 will never have to take a math SOL again if they do this method that I have. Please email me, okay, at jkready at richmondcounty.k12 .va.us. It's on the website. Appreciate you guys. I do feel good about this year's Algebra 1 group. Okay. We put the work in. I believe every math student that I have will be successful with a 400 or higher. The work needs to be put in, and I know we got it. You just got to put the work in. I'm here to support you. These videos up on Canvas. Ask me questions, email me. We got this. The magic we're looking for is in the work that we're avoiding. So let's not avoid it and let's knock it out. Hope everybody rock. Having a good weekend for a weekend. And yeah. All right, guys. Peace. Stop sharing.